Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining. We'll be starting in about 3 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. So I'm just centering myself um, and the cards, and then we will begin. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're going to start now. Here we go. Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. I am a psychic medium. I used to do a lot of tarot here on YouTube. Uh, I've been on YouTube for a long time, back and forth, back and forth. And so I hadn't done tarot in a while. I'm bringing tarot back. But I do other things too. So on Saturday, hey Susan, how are you? On Saturdays we do tarot. I get to do it early in the morning this time or around lunchtime, I guess. uh, but I do mediumship and we do astrology. Astrology is my passion. I love astrology. So I did astrology last night. I read some charts. You guys can go back and look at that live. I will be releasing them down in video this week. So today, this afternoon, yeah, it's 11 o'clock here. I'm going to be doing tarot. So, hi, Cindy. Finally, I can join the live again. Perfect. Thank you. So, Karina, thank you so much for buying me coffee. And Baby Angel, I know I'd said it in another video, but I want you to know I really appreciate it. It helps keep my channel going for all the work that I do. So I really appreciate it. And I did get some coffee. Look. Um, so, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Um, you can see me in private, and I do hypnotherapy, past life, uh, future life. Well, I guess you guys call it quantum now. So quantum hypnosis, um, and mediumship and all kinds of stuff. So you'll have to email me. I'm at yourpath39@gmail. And Susan, if you don't mind putting that out there, because I know people will ask while I'm in the middle of a reading. So I just kind of want to clear that up right now. Um, it's yourpath39@gmail. So, uh, just sort of talking to you guys, getting in your energy, shuffling the cards. I see that some of you aren't wasting any time. You're just kind of throwing out a question. I also sent a small donation to your YouTube, I think 2 days ago. Hope that did receive it. Right. So it's the same PayPal. It's the same account. And I think that's the one that I got. Right? I think so. So I appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm talking about because I know you've done a couple. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are just really sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. David would join, but this is his gaming day, so he games on Saturday. uh, all right. So, I do not charge for these readings that I do online when in lives. But you know, helping my channel out, buying me coffee really helps too. So, let's see. Okay, so let's see. Is it Araceli? Araceli? That's a unique name. I would like to know if my guides have a message for me. Let's see what your guides say. I have one that's like, oh, I've had a message for her. She's not listening. So I'm feeling like it's again that same sort of, hey, the universe, I need a sign if I should go this way. And then you get the sign and you're like, yeah, but I can we like have another sign to make sure? And then you like get the sign another way. And then you're like, yeah, but I just really need to make sure that that's what you want because I'm thinking it should be this, right? So I hope that makes sense. Let me see what your guides are saying through tarot. So I'm going to be doing through tarot. And then I always channel. So for those of you that don't know, I am a psychic medium. So let's see. What Araceli? Yeah, I feel like you've been through like, so you have the Four of Swords, and it's almost like you know how you're so used to fighting against the system, against life, whatever, fighting, and then that hasn't really happened as of late, or it's about to like go into the time of resting after all the chaos. And that's what I'm feeling with this card that your guide is saying, because it's one in particular. I think you have two, four. I'm seeing four. Four came forward. So, but the one is talking, and that one is saying, you're so used to chaos in your life that's not even a lesson anymore. The lesson is to learn to be still. The lesson is to learn to get out of the fight or flight mode, right? And so that's like showing itself to you where it's almost like you're looking for things to go wrong because things have been too quiet. Does that make sense to you, Araceli? Hey, Aries, how are you? I'm just waiting for Araceli to respond. And it's so funny because I was like really shuffling the cards because I was like, I don't, I got to make sure that because this card keeps coming out. So I was like really shuffling the cards and it still came out. So this is definitely for you. Okay, so the next one was, hi, can I ask a question? Yes. Is it Jebison? So Jebison wants to know, I would like to know what was the blonde guy of thinking about me? Hey, Mob Moon, I haven't seen you in a while. Wow. Thanks for coming back. Okay, let's see what this blonde guy. Were Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I'm doing it like at different times. I'm trying to do it different times because I have people all over the world that see me, so I'm trying to give everybody a chance to see me. Um, so Jebison, you got the Eight of Swords. So I almost feel like he was thinking that you weren't giving and like you were being really closed off. Like you may have been flirting a little or even looking his way, but I feel like he felt like you weren't interested or being closed off. Does that make sense? Because the Eight of Swords tells me that you're like bound, right? Like you were ready to move, but you didn't. And I don't know if you were expecting him to come up to you. So on top of that, I have the Magician. I feel like you can attract him if you want, but I felt like you weren't being your true self. Does that make sense? And I think that's what he was thinking. Like he on some sense knew that you weren't being as open as you could. That's what he was thinking. That's how he feels about you. Let's see who's next. So Karina says I have tried to buy you coffee for a long time, but I just figured out how to pay how PayPal works. Not so good with technology. So let me explain this to everybody. when you use that link that I have right here, um, wait, this way. When you use that link, you don't need an account or anything. It's my specific link. So all you do is click on it and then you just donate. It's really, really easy. It's not that hard. You don't have to have a PayPal account. You can just use that link. Okay. I just want to make it easier because I have had that question several times. They're like, I'm trying to buy you coffee, but I don't understand how this works. So it's really easy. I've had that link forever. It works all across the world. You know, I have not had any problems with it. I've had that link for over 10 years, I think, or maybe at 10 years. Okay. I'm having a great day so far. Thank God it is not hot. It's going to get warm, but it's not going to be in the 90s. So we have about 2 more days that it's going to be in the 80s, and then it drops down to 65. So I am so happy. We're almost there, right? So Susan says, I had a conference call Thursday with a former employer and unemployment. And my former employer my former employer understanding my manager was lying. That's right. Look. Yeah, Arushi, I'll get back to you, okay? Susan, here's the thing. I'm feeling like even before I pull a card, I feel like the former employer sort of likes to look the other way because he or she doesn't want to be able to have to change the manager, like do the work, right? But let me see. Yeah, you have the Ten of Swords. You're right. Like I don't think they want to like how would I say this? I feel like there's a lot of like even if I see it, I'm going to act like I didn't hear that or see that or whatever. And they're making it really, really, really hard, right? And I feel like the reason behind it is not you specifically. It's that this employer would rather lose some money than have to replace that manager. Does that make sense? Um, Outcome. I do. So I asked for the outcome. You have the justice. So there's, as long as you're telling and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, which you are, you're Susan, like you always do. I feel like you will get justice in this. So not just feel it, I see it right here, right? But I feel like you cannot make this happen. You have to like let it ride as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do because they have this weird, I don't know. It's like this former employer doesn't want to see the truth about things, even though he sees the truth about things, right? And I don't think it's just specific to you. I think there's other issues going on. Okay. I hope that helps. You do get justice. You will. So let the universe work. Like it's almost like even if they don't want to see it or he doesn't want to pay attention or he doesn't want to claim it, it's still going to happen. Remember, Pluto's gone back into Capricorn, right? They stood in my way for unemployment, plus stole my commissions. Wow. So, again, that may be why you got the justice, because I wanted to know, like, what the hell? They're going to try to finagle, but it's not going to work. Remember, Capricorn, Pluto, this is where that shit goes down right now, from now until November, right? And I'm feeling like you've done everything you're supposed to do. So whatever evidence you have, whatever, like, do Capricorn, do the paperwork, do the thing. But I know you, Susan, you will, right? So, okay. So Arushi, I hope that helps, Susan. Arushi, I would like to know about my career. Thanks. What would you like to know about your career, Arushi? Can you be more specific? I mean, do you see growth in September? Okay. Ooh, I'm a student right now. Okay. I feel like you're really nervous. Can you like take a breath? Just take a breath. You're amongst friends. Thank you. It confirms exactly what I thought. Yep. It seems you already know your psyche. You just needed me to confirm. Perfect. Look. Growth in September for Arushi. Mm-mm. I don't. We all saw how long I. So you also have the Eight of Swords. Um. Yeah, you're not gonna start having that until October. So October you have the Knight of Cups, which means an offering comes in that is really gonna overjoy you and give you some relief. But you're still working on it in September. Okay. So don't get too anxious. You have to sort of trust there's some things that you're ending, right? But in October is when it comes. Okay? I hope that helps. And good luck. Okay. Let's see. If you have a moment, would you be able to please tell me about what you see for my career? You're welcome. Where did I read that? Who just asked that question? Why did I lose that question? Where is that? Oh, you. Okay. I keep missing your light. Okay, here it is. If you have a moment. Okay. Let's look at your career. So, do you have a career now, right? Trying to like really shuffle these. But a lot of you are in this standstill and it's like you're remember we talked about where you need to have faith in yourself and it's like you're so anxious, some of you, that it hasn't that only a little bit is trickling. Yes, but I'm not very happy. Yeah. Okay. I feel like things are going to start coming for everybody. If they haven't already, they should have already started coming for some. Um, but I do feel like you're so all like a lot of people are really just excited and anxious and then worried that it's not coming. Okay. But it is. Okay. Let's look at this. Where are you at? So even though you're not happy, you do shine a lot there. Yes, but not very happy. It's a 9 to 5, and I'm more of a creative person. Yeah, but and it looks like they see you. They like you. So because you have the sun, I almost feel like this is the step that gets you to the step that you want to be at, and that's before I'm even doing the cards. See, where are you going? So there is something that you've done before creatively that's going to come back around. So if you go look at my video, my live last night, I talked about this mob moon. There is a hidden talent that's going to be accentuated for everyone. It's like this innate thing, and for you, it's actually creative. So it's this hidden talent, this creativity that you are going to be like bringing forth with this aspect that's going on in astrology. And I talked a lot about it yesterday. So, um, you have the Six of Swords. Sorry. Yeah, the Six of Swords, right? So I feel like there's something that you've already started thinking about or actually started. Let me say this, if you haven't thought, if you've just thought about it, now's probably the time to start taking the action. That's great. I will have to watch it. Right. But I want you to start taking, there's something that it's almost like you may not even feel like it's worth putting time and effort in. And that's the thing that you need to do. Right. Because it's something from your past that's coming back around. And it is, you have the sun, so you're in a great spot. I do see news about it coming. So you have the Page of Cups. Okay. So I have a poetry blog, but not sure if that will kick off. That's it. So there is this, I'm not saying that you just do it like you've always done it. There is this creativity, this inspiration, this like pivot that you're going to do with it. Uh, whether it's the genre, whether it's the way that you focus or rewrite it, whether it's, yeah, it's because it's in you. Especially if it's poetry, it's the way I feel like you pour your heart into your poetry, but I feel like something you're like, I probably shouldn't say that, but you should. That's what I'm feeling. That makes sense. So it looks like that's coming back around. Um, you do get an offer that excites you about this. Yeah. And then, so here's the thing, Mauve. You need to stay focused because then I'm getting the Eight of Swords and you need to stay focused. Okay. So even those things start coming in and you get this offer and you're really like in the vibe of it and you're doing well, you cannot stop working it. You have to do it. Okay. So I hope that helps. Um, okay, Karina. I wonder about two men in my life right now. Don't really know if any of them are something to build a future with, but let's look. We can look at possibilities, right? Wow. Karina, do you want a serious relationship? Because I'm feeling like you really like suitors. Hey, Sandy, so glad that you made it. Wow, you, Mob Moon, Susan Miller, like all of you guys. Thank you for joining. Um, yeah, Karina, I'm feeling like have you asked yourself that serious? So this is part of like the unmasking, right? It's like us back in the day. We got married because that's what you do. You find a partner and you get married. And now we're, 20, 30 years later, either our loved ones have passed and we were forced to be single or people got divorced or whatever, right? And then you come to that realization that um was I married because, or was I trying to find a partner because that was what we were supposed to do? Or was I trying to find a partner because I really wanted a partner? Because I feel, oh, okay. Because I feel that you like being courted. You like that, right? Uh, does that make sense, Karina? So I'm just asking you to really look at that for yourself because that's what I'm being told. And that doesn't mean that you answer, that eventually you're going to come to the answer of no, I should be alone or no, I want to be single. I think you like the dating experience. I'm not saying that it isn't hard work, but I'm saying are you ready? Are you doing it for the right reasons for you? Okay. I have opened up for love again and would like to have a life with someone again. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to stick to what I said. That's like you've opened up for love again and you want a partner. Just think about how because they're just asking you to really. I don't think the answer is that you don't want a partner. I think they just want you to evaluate this again. Does that make sense? Because I don't feel like you're not going to get a partner. I just feel like, have you done what you wanted to do before the partner, right? And this isn't a big thing, it's like a little thing. Okay. Let's see. So think of the first one, and I'm going to pull a card for him. Okay. I am scared to get burned one more time. Yeah. That's why I think that's the contradiction. They're just wanting you to like really be at peace with your choice. Okay. Because right now you're scared to get burned one more time. So guess what you're going to be attracting? That very thing that's not going to make you scared anymore, right? And I think that's where your guides are like, it doesn't mean she can't have a partner or that she's decided wrong. It's just coming to an agreement with yourself. Okay. Now think of the second partner or the second person. I wonder if that was a Freudian slip or them. And okay, now think of how many did you have? Two. Okay. So you have the Five of Cups for the first one. Okay. So this person really is probably the one that you thought about going to first, and then you're understanding that it's sort of draining. This second one, it's almost like I mean, the first image I'm getting is like they expect to be catered to mostly, and it's not like they would be mean and not think of you. They just wouldn't think of you first, right? Um, and I feel like you're attracted to that a little bit more than the other one, but I feel like there'll be some disappointments here with this first one. The second one, you have the Six of Cups. So this also, hmm, I'm getting this two ways. I'm getting that this gives you this one gives you the feeling of safety and security, or the feeling of like this is right, but there may be a little bit more distant, right? This one is probably not distant, but this one like takes more from you, where the second one feels a little bit more at home, and it's sort of opening up those feelings again. Let me see where you should you invest. So I have the Eight of Pentacles here, where I feel like you're working harder with this one, and this one's draining you. And then you have the Nine of Swords here, where you're sort of waiting to see if he'll do more, right? Because on some level, you feel like this one feels better, it feels more at home. That's the feeling I'm getting. Like you're more relaxed, you're more at home. You don't have to like try so hard. Where the first one, you're trying a little bit harder. Does that make sense? So let me just see if they're worth it. No, I'm also getting I've got the Six of Pentacles with the first one. So I feel like if you can set your boundaries and you can learn not to give too much, I'm not saying don't give a lot, just know that if you begin to give and you're being drained and you're like not, it's like this is more work than anything. If it's not balanced, it won't grow. Okay? So that's your clue. Because I think you're both able to get serious with, but you got to put some boundaries down with this first one. Um, and then the second one, you have the Ace of Swords. So I feel like all of a sudden this person like comes alive because they may realize, oh no, I really do need to take this seriously. And then they want a fresh start with you. Does that make sense, Karina? Yeah. And it's a start, right? It's a start to the next level, even though you've been seeing them both. Okay. So just know when you invest, I mean, you have the pentacles with the first one. You just have to keep your boundaries, like not try to give so much. Okay. And I'm not saying hold back. I'm just saying bad habits want to come up because you haven't practiced. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Now, I hope that helps, sweetheart. I think you're doing good. I think we forget, and it's like, oh, I really want that, or that person makes me feel good, but I'm saying that they're not giving enough. And you got to be really truthful with yourself, which is you're scared. I mean, you said you're scared to get burned again. Yeah. This is why your guides are being like, we're not saying you can't have anybody or that you're going to stay single. We just want you to reevaluate that within yourself. Okay. And we're helping you. All right. Samil? Samil. Do you have the name of my king that I will be meeting soon? I will not get any names in these tarot cards. So, you have another question? And if you know me, you probably don't know me. Names is something I do not do. And the reason I don't is because I understand about past lives, future lives, and some of you have thousands of names, right? So maybe is there another question or more specific? Well, it can't be specific because the name is pretty specific. Do you maybe want a different question? Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad I could confirm that for you. Let me say this, Karina, you're very brave. You're very courageous. Like to open your heart again, that takes a lot. That takes a lot. And I think your guides aren't going to let you mess this up. I think you knowing me is not going to let you mess this up. Like, you're going to find somebody if it's not them. Yeah, you're going to find somebody. You just may not be. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be dating. You're supposed to be going out there. You're supposed to be like open, right? But you're just not there yet to be able to settle down. Okay, Sawmill. I'm waiting. Pop out. The Knight of Pentacles. You are going to meet somebody soon. It's a Pentacles. I mean, it's a Knight, though. It's not a Pentacles. So you have a Knight coming in. You do not have a King coming in. So if you've ever seen me before, Knights are really close to Kings, and like you can get in depth with them and in a relationship with them, but they're not here to stay, right? So, yeah, I feel like, and this is the danger. To me, it's the dangerous one. It may not be to you, but to me, a Pentacles who's very grounded, who means what they say, who takes it really slow. I think you're going to have a relationship for a while with this person, but it's not going to be the one. So, yeah. All right. Next. Hi, Cindy. Do you see my Aries ever admitting that I am Miss Right coming home to me? Okay. Let me do Sawmill again. So, I'm sorry, Sawmill. You were right next to Sandy Train. So, Sandy, exclude that. Take that. Sawmill, I think you have somebody, something coming. Because you had the Knight of Pentacles. So, my question is, through reading, I want to know that I will improve my performance this semester. So, I did get that Pentacles, but let me do this again. That you will improve? Like, here's the thing. If you put in the work, you're going to improve. So have you put in the work? No. I see something coming back around because you have the Six of Swords. So there may come a new man that can make me feel safe to love. Yes. Perfect. Um yeah, your semester is not your performance is not, it's like the same thing. You're doing the same thing. That makes sense? Yeah. And then you have the Eight of Swords. Like you're doing the same thing. It's so weird that these same cards keep coming up. And I am shuffling. So a lot of you are in the same space. Um, I think this is about building your confidence and putting your work in. It's almost like you feel like you've done a lot, but you're doing the same thing that you've done before. It's time to pivot a little and you will get, so if you pivot a little, definitely, like look at this Eight of Pentacles. It's like really being focused on this. Does that make sense? And when you're focused on this, you're almost there. You're almost there because it's the Eight. It's like the hard work will pay off, but I feel like you get sidetracked, and then you're like, well, I have done a lot of work in that, and this is what I'm seeing. Normal people's hard work is not, you're a different soul, that your normal is not their normal or everyone else's normal, and you are thinking you can get by with this normal. Does that make sense? You need to be here. and you think it's okay because you're working hard, but you're only working at this capacity. I hope that makes sense. So it's time to like really be you and not compare yourself to others because you're a whole different thing. Okay, thanks for the reading. You're welcome. All right. Sandy. Let me do Sandy again, okay? Because Sandy is okay. Cindy, you have been correct on all information you have given me. Okay. Let me just make sure, okay? Because it was me that messed up, not them. Okay, Sandy. You were wanting to know the name of your king. Again, I'm not going to have a name for you, Sandy, but let's see where your king is. Oh my God. And I am really, really shuffling these. So, I don't know if you can't see them, but you can hear it, right? Oh gosh. I'm going to have to. Here's that bot again. Okay. Hold on a second. All right. Let's look, Sandy. So here's the thing, Sandy. I feel like things are getting in the way. What's getting in the way? Because I have like already once I misrepresented, right? Like I got you two confused, right? That's one thing that got in the way. And then this bot comes in and it's getting in the way. It's like the energy is like something's getting in the way. What's getting in the way? What are you doing, Sandy? What are you attracting, Sandy? Are you getting like sidetracked? Let's see. Where's she now with her king? No, you're not getting sidetracked. So here's the thing that I'm getting now, because you got the four of wands, right? And so it's almost like you're preparing everything to be perfect for when that king comes in. But I need you to loosen that because that has like closed it off until you're ready. Like your heart may be ready and your mind may be ready, but you don't realize that you're like trying to make it like perfect before that person comes in. You have to like relax and see that while you're working on this bot, I swear. Um, so I had stress from my son, but then he moved out. Things were more peaceful, but now he moved back. Yeah, and then you're like wanting to like I feel like on a subconscious level, I were getting into the algorithm. That's true, Aries. I feel like can you loosen that and know here's the thing, Sandy. I've been talking about this. I'm hearing very clearly from your guides. Trust yourself. You don't have to make it perfect. You are already perfect. It doesn't matter whether your son's here or not. what's to come for you is to come for you, and you are in the right place, right? So, does that make sense? You're welcome, Sandy. Let me look. One. Mm. So something's going to come about with your son that's an understanding. You did get justice in this. Yes, I will, baby angel. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I skipped you. Sandy, I think he's really close. I'm getting the Queen of Wands, but to me that's the same Queen King energy. That's that energy. So I feel like you're gonna settle into this, with your son being back. Um, you just gotta trust yourself. Remember, right now you can't see it, but I am seeing this queen, which could be a king, right? So yeah, I'm looking at like in the next 3 months. In fact, I mean, we're gonna be going through faded stuff in the next 6 months, and I feel like that's part of it. Faded. Like you may meet somebody. Hi, Cindy. I think you also skipped me. Thank you. So I don't have anybody helping me remember where I was. So yes, please, if I skipped you, let me know. So let me do Baby Angel. Baby Angel, Triple Gemini, and then Aries, right? Or did I already do you, Aries? Oh, thank you, Baby Angel. Okay, what's your question, sweetheart? So those are the three I'm going to do. And then Lynn Dub too. Did I do you, Lynn? I didn't do you, did I? I worked with my ex who becomes a business partner after we broke up. I want to know if this is for my highest good to continue. I think it is, but curious if my guides have anything to say. Let's look at where this business partnership is. I feel like he's playing by the rules, but okay. Is there something else you're looking into, Baby Angel? Because you have the Ace of Swords with him. So I feel like there's some boundaries that need to be put down, and he will adhere to the boundaries. He will like do them, but you need to say them. Like you need to take your stance with this. And I think that's why you're feeling like, should I do this? Should I not? I kind of see where it could go. Um, so Baby Angel, you have a way of getting what you want with a softer tone, not like me who can be like, ugh, right? Because I see the High Priestess where you have a lot of wisdom and you can get through this. I don't see you needing to go somewhere else. I do see that you get another. So the Page of Wands is what I'm getting. So I'm getting the Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, which is your stance, and then I see the Page of Wands. So there are some decisions that you need to make that you kind of know. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, you do. Okay, then why aren't you like, are you doubting yourself? I feel like this can work out. I feel like this is good practice for you, actually. Um, because here's the thing. As tough as I am and hard as I am, like you should see me with my grandbaby. It's like, okay, whatever, just do it. Like when we really care about someone, we can allow them to like cross over some boundaries, not some major ones, but some boundaries. And then I'm feeling like there is um news coming to you. And then you have the temperance. Yeah. Why is she scared? I feel like you're going to have to put in some work with this. I do feel like you see the separation coming. And I'm going to tell you to listen to your intuition, right? I feel like you can make allowances for people that you really love or want it to work out with, whether it's partnership or like whatever. It doesn't have to be romantic, but you're like, I really want to help this us try, right? And then in doing that, you kind of know the truth of it, but you're kind of like, let's try it, right? And you're going against your intuition. And remember what I've said, you've got to learn to trust yourself. You've got to learn to have faith in yourself. So the choice is not whether I should do it or not. The choice is, should I listen to my intuition or not? Perhaps I asked if I would be best off on my own, doing my own thing. Thank you. Perfect. You'll be happier doing your own thing because you have the devil. Um, and then you have the moon. So you'll be happier doing your own thing. Will you be successful? Yeah, you've got offers, you've got news, you've got ways to do this where it's not attached to him. So I do feel like you can do this on your own. I do feel like it's the better one. Yeah, and then you have the King of Cups. So yeah, I think you should. I think you could make it happen with him, but I think you're better off on your own. That help? I think you were making it like kind of like that you just wanted. You got to trust your intuition. That's all I'm saying. Like I keep getting that from your guide. She's got to trust her intuition. She's got to trust what she knows. She's got to trust it. She's got to have faith in herself. That makes sense? Okay. So, who did I say was next? Do you see a future with me? And yes, it's difficult sometimes to listen to my guides. I thought it is my ego. Yeah, because you don't trust yourself. But I mean, there's ways to understand that. It's a lot of meditation. It's a lot of like really being still with yourself, baby angel, and then hearing. And once you step outside in meditation, like you're like, okay, I'm just observing. Once you do that, you'll recognize the ego and your intuition, right? Which kind of aren't separate. The ego, so the ego doesn't want to work with the intuition, but the ego will work with the intuition because the intuition will bypass the ego. Does that make sense? You need to be still, and then you need to trust what you get. Okay? Because there's a space that you know that's really aligned, that's really like, yes, this is it. And then when you get the message, when you're like this, and you get the message, that's not your ego. Your ego may be involved in it because it may be part of what that message is, but that's your intuition. Okay? Do you see a future with me and the Leo, or should I move on? Thanks so much. You're welcome. I hope that helps. I mean, so I do get the Queen of Wands, which to me is like he means what he says. But if you move on, I see the Ace of Wands. And then indecisiveness. Knight of Wands. He hasn't made his choice yet about taking you to the next level. Okay? But will he? Yes. I do feel like he will. Yeah, I would stick it out. Because you've got the Queen of Wands. And then I see this offer coming in because he hadn't made his choice yet about what exactly he wants to do. And then he does it. Okay, the Two of Cups. Like he really backs up what he means when he's with you. Right? When you start this other one, if you were to say no, you do get a start and it's quick, but then you sort of back off. Yeah. And then you have the Nine of Cups after you back off. Which to me is like you trying to find your peace with this other person. So does that make sense? Like if you stay, I feel like if you stick it out, he is going to show you. He's going to finally make the choice. But here's the thing. You don't have to wait for him to make the choice. He's just sort of feeling it out. But it looks like he will take it to the next level. But I feel like if you don't do this, you do get somebody right away, but then it causes you to kind of back off. And then you come to some peace about it. And it's a different person. Like the second person takes longer than the Leo, but they really mean what they say right at the time that they say it. Does that make sense? Okay. You're welcome. All right, Lynn. I think you're last. Aries, how come I can't remember if I've done Aries or not? Why do I keep like looking at you? Do you have another question? For some reason, I feel like when I'm looking at you, there's something else. But let me do Lynn first and Aries if you have a question. I don't know why my attention's being drawn to you every time. Okay, perfect. Well, let me do Lynn and then I'll do you. Okay, and then I'm gonna go because it's getting hot. Getting warm in the office. Oh, you know me, Aries. Especially if your energy and my energy, it's gonna be like chaos. It's gonna be like we're having so much fun we can't focus. That's the way it's gonna be. It's just how it is when I'm with Aries. Um, all right, Lynn. I have to like really ground myself when I'm around Aries. But I do feel you that, yeah. Like, I already know you and me could be like gone for days and having such a great time that who knows where we'll end up or what day it is. I just wanted to know what my guides wanted me to know. Okay. Let me just do Lynn real quick. I'm waiting for her. Because I don't know if I can see her other question. Oh, here we go. Cindy, do you see my Aries ever admitting that I am Miss Right and coming home to me? Lynn. She's putting the party emojis on for those of you that are watching later. I'm telling you, the her when I get into her energy, I'm like, we could just have like, I guess the best description would be Thelma and Louise. We just kind of do whatever, forget where we're at and what we're doing, doing a whole bunch of nothing, but all of a sudden pick up a cause for no reason, right? Like, okay. Yeah. I want grounding though. They know I want grounding. He sees you he sees you that way now. He sees you as Miss Right now. I know that sounds wrong. He sees you right now, he sees you as Miss Right. Let me say it that way. Okay? I don't know if he even believes in like the marriage thing. Because you've got the Page of Wands, and then you have the Ten of Wands. So in his eyes, y'all are already together. Does that make sense? Like in his eyes? But is it you that's needing like the stability and he needs to, I don't know if he lives with you, but like we need to be married or something like that? Like I feel like he's already there. He just doesn't need all of the paperwork, right? And I feel like you're needing it, you're wanting it, and it just puts pressure on him that he thinks is unnecessary. And it drains him. He's got the Four of Pentacles. So will he ever? No, he's going to keep doing what he's doing. Yes, but he messed up and got wrapped up in mess with someone else. Yeah. Yeah, that's why the devil came out. It was just showing me. So here's, I think you need, I don't know how long y'all have been together. It feels like y'all have been together a while. Um, I think you need to take some time for yourself. I think that you're so used to him that you automatically want to grab when he wants to go away, right? So he's going to stay in his mess. Yeah. 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 I think he is. I think you need to take time. Yeah, I felt that. I felt like it was long, but it could be like 2 years and feel like 30. And it depends, because he has this sense that you'll never go anywhere. Like y'all are already there, and then he can sort of go. I'm seeing because the devil, right? And the Ten of Wands is like he can kind of do it. He can do what he wants, and you're not going to go, right? I don't think that you should go. What I think is that you need to take the time for yourself and really figure out, am I grabbing on because I can't do without him? Am I grabbing on because I don't want to be without him? Am I grabbing on because this is what I'm used to and I'm afraid? Like, you really need to take the time for yourself. Okay? I think it's low. Does that make sense, Lynn? And I already see if you do this, he's going to start grabbing too. He's going to start coming back. He's not gone anywhere, but he's going to start like really focusing on you. Okay? But what I need you to do is not worry about that when you do this, because I feel like you might do this. You deserve to take the time. I'm not saying he's not worth it. I'm just saying people make mistakes and people get comfortable, right? And so because that mistake has happened, that doesn't give him free will to or like a freebie to do it. It means that you need to like really understand you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I just know he still loves me. Yes. Like he's got the Nine of Cups. He absolutely loves. He means what he says. He absolutely loves you. I've looked for love, not afraid to go new, but no one makes me happy as him. Here's the other thing, Lynn. Y'all have already defined this relationship. So unless you take the time for yourself and really understand yourself, that energy is not going to change. So he's going to come back because you left or you distanced yourself, and then you're going to play the game again where he does it all right until he feels comfortable, and then it's like he goes out again. That makes sense? But if you really take the time, are playing the game, really change what you want, who you want, and understand that he's not the only one that can make you happy. He's the only one that's made you happy so far, but he's not the only one that can make you happy, right? And secondly, you can make you happy first. Okay? Does that make sense? When you understand your power of you, I'm not saying power over anybody else. I'm saying when you understand you and take that time, you don't even have to say anything to him. He'll just know. He'll be like, oh, fuck, she's different. And I like this, and I am going to do everything to win her heart back. Does that make sense, Lynn? Yes, it all makes sense. I love you, and thank you so much for the insight. You are so welcome. You are so deserving of a beautiful love. And I'm not saying that I don't see him as a bad person. I see him as a very comfortable person that's already defined the relationship. And now that you're aware, you want to redefine it. That's all. So the best thing to do is take the time for yourself. Okay. And keep coming here. We've got lots of women. We've all been through this BS, right? Like we've got lots of women that have fallen and have whatever. We've made all kinds of mistakes, right? We are warriors here. We have been through hell and back. I'll say it again. I've been saying it a couple of lives now. You women, you souls, not just women, men too, in the background sometimes. You souls are the ones, all of us, if you know me, if you know this group, y'all have been to hell and you have danced with the devil. And after you had fun with that devil, you told that MFer to get the fuck out and you said, I own this bitch. And then have come out of hell to come and help others. That's who you are. I don't think people realize that's who you are. Right? We have disguised ourselves because we were taught to, but no more of dimming your light. These are women. So honestly, like just being in this energy changes you. Just being. You don't even have to say anything. Just being in this energy, being in this group. These women are wise old souls. Okay? At least I'm happy with me in my own life. Just would love to share my life with a partner. I think you can have that. I absolutely think you can have that. But the partner that you want is not going to be someone. For that partner to give you everything, you must give them everything. And you can't if your heart is over here. So you need to deal with that first before another partner, the right partner, or the one that's for you at this time is going to be able to come in. Does that make sense? I've watched you for years, and truly, you've helped me find my own strength. I am so happy. I was going to say that, not that you've seen me for years, just that you being in this group, you knowing this group, we just forget ourselves sometimes. We have been through so much that you forget. You forget, I am very powerful. I can do this stuff, right? And you just being in this energy, just need to be reminded. Makes sense. All right. So I said I would go after Lynn. Aries. No, Aries. I gotta do Aries. Oh my God. What is wrong with me, Aries? And you. Okay. What are we doing? Your guides. You want to know. I just want to know what my guides need me to know. So have you been talking to your guides? And the reason I'm asking this is because I'm getting this image of, so when I was in San Diego on Saturdays, I used to climb mountains, right? I used to go hiking. Now, you guys know I'm allergic to the sun and the heat and everything. So I had to go really early in the morning where it's dark and then be down the mountain in 2 hours when the sun's coming up. So I go up there, I'd look at the sunrise and then I'd come down. The sun was opposite, so I had shade, right? But here's the thing, friends would come with me or people, clients would come with me, and it's almost like we would do the reading as the mountain, as we're climbing the mountain, and there would be such epiphanies with that. Does that make sense? Um, and Aries, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you have been really journeying with yourself and your guides. And it's like you're getting these epiphanies and these recognitions and these things as you're climbing your mountain. Like I hope that other people have this life experience where you're enjoying the ride. Does that make sense? And that's what your guides want to tell you is like you have climbed such a mountain and you have had some awakening and you have done it in such good spirit through all the trauma, through all the drama, through all the like confusion and I don't know, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And like your one guide is like, I'm just so lucky, basically. I mean, the word is more than lucky, but we don't have another word for it. I'm so enamored, honored. Like these words are nothing compared to what your guide is making me feel about how proud and how lucky they feel to be a part of you because of your attitude. I have never had this before. This is weird. I've never had this before, but this is what your guide's wanting to say is that you do miracles. You do miracles. And the fact that you still see the beauty and the humor and the partying in life um is something that they want to bring out for you. Okay. Yes, Brooklyn, on the side you'll see where it says want to buy me coffee. I'm gonna do it wrong. I knew I was gonna do it wrong. You're welcome to donate there. It's a link. It's just a PayPal me link. So, and let me tell you, so you see that it says Your Path CA because I had somebody last night donate and then I think they thought they sent it to the wrong person. So I just want to let you guys know it's not going to say at Simply Cindy. It's Your Path because that used to be my old branding. I need to change that, huh? That just reminded me like I need to change that energy. So does that make sense, sweetheart? Aries, that is what a beautiful message. You've been talking to people. Yeah. Like you have such a great attitude for the bullshit and trauma and drama that you've been through. You still like just this light. So here's the thing, you're not jaded. It's so interesting. And your guide is like so enamored with you, so enamored with you. And they want you to know that about you. They want you to know how proud they are of you. Like you have been, like I just talked to you guys about being through hell and back, but you have been places that nobody should have got out of, and you did, and you still didn't close your heart. You still didn't do it. Yeah, you got mad for a minute, but you still didn't do it. Like you have such a great attitude. Okay. That makes sense, Aries. That guide wants you to know that they're walking closely with you. That so I almost feel like they brag about you to like the other beings. They brag about you. That's so interesting. Aries, I've never had this. I've never had this where they're showing me all of this. That's so interesting. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I love you dearly. I am going to see you in private for reading, or actually we're gonna have coffee, right? Soon. I don't remember the day. Soon, I know. So I appreciate you guys. Let's see, Susan. Cindy, interesting. Um the business space I manifested for you looks a lot like the scenery here. Black ceiling, walls with two half circle kiwi green sectionals facing each other. Orb Chan. Are you talking about like the scenery that I have on screen? Is that what you're saying? That's interesting. The business space I manifested for you looks a lot like the scenery here. Or is it the scenery where you're at? Black ceiling walls with two half circle kiwi. Oh, that looks pretty, actually. Velvet section facing each other. Orb Chan. Yeah, that looks cool. I can kind of see that. Yeah, that's double-edged sword. It is worth it. It is. You're so welcome, Aries. That's cool, Susan. Are you saying that it's where you're at, or what's on my screen? Because if it's where you're at, can we like redo it? You can keep that space, or we can make it, because the space is going to be big, so we can make it a room like that, right? So I am going to get off now. It is getting warm, and I'm allergic to the sun and the heat, so I really have to get off. I will come back, probably not today. I do lives on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Now, I did an extra live yesterday, and I'm working on part of my manifestation where I can do more than 3 lives a week. So, because my lives seem to be doing so well. Yep. So, we're going to manifest that. Because I enjoy these lives. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy this. I enjoy channeling, right? So, yes, she said. Susan said yes. All right, guys, I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for coming in. I love you, love you, love you. I really do. Like, I am so lucky to have you guys. So, Orb Chandler. Oh, Orb Chandelier. Is that what you said? Yeah, that's cool. See you next time. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend. And don't be surprised if I'm able to pop on. And you know what? I think I've done really well because it's been so hot and we've had to go through the weather, but it's about to drop. So when it drops, it's not going to matter what time of day. I'm not going to have to be worried about like the heat or the sun or any of that, right? We're discussing you moving from Arizona back to California. Oh, yeah. So your screen. Okay, perfect. So I'm in Oregon now though, Susan. I'm not in California or Arizona. You guys have to understand Susan's been with me for a long time. Where I'm like coming and going this way, that way. So anyway, I love you, love you, love you. I will see you guys later. Bye. Wendy! I'm at work but wanted to pop in and say hi. Hi, Wendy. I will see you guys later. I'm on my way out the door. Bye. Thanks for coming in, Wendy. Say hi to Susan. Say hi to Aries. Say hi to Mauve. Say hi to Baby. Like, all of you guys have been with me for a while. I will see you guys soon.